Hey Internet, what is up? I have officially tried to film this video 3 times now. Go me! In case you're new, hi, if you like my content or my personality, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that way I'm not a slave to the YouTube algorithm. So basically, I've not been able to film a video on a bad performance because I've been having bad performances. Thank you. You know what, I just feel like I'm acting for the camera, and I know this gets like better over time, but like right now it is 11 o'clock at night. I could have done this all day, but I chose to do it now, and my voice, I'm just listening to it, and it sounds like 3 octaves higher, and it sounds like a blender. Just, I don't know how to deal, and that's a wonderful thumbnail. Yeah, so you had a bad performance. Now what? And I'm more referring to like a show performance, because when I had my bad performance, I will give you the context in a sec. When I had that, I Googled it and literally nothing came off except work performances. And that's great and all for y'all adults, but don't really. First of all, you even have to recognize if it was a bad performance. Again, a lot of things get in the way of that. Your shock or your fear or everything could just get to you. I could do a whole video on that. Comment down below. How to deal with stage nerves. I'm a naturally shy, quiet person, so that was really hard for me, but I could get a whole other 20 minutes into that. But basically, there are 3 main factors I have. Number 1 is the audience. You want to see the reactions and how engaged they are, and it's helpful to like sit in the audience if you can, or watch them from a distance and be good at observing them, and which helps over time, and see how they are reacting to other people's. Now, the main audience sign is that they didn't like the performance, although they were on their phones and just deadly staring there, is that I did not get an applause in the end. Now, dress rehearsals, we had the day before, my high school talent show. Again, I really wasn't expecting applause to happen, but they applauded for every other act except mine, so I think that was a dead giveaway. And you should have seen those looks on those seniors' faces. They looked like Walking Dead. Oh my god. So that's, I know, I'm spicing this up now, but like it was horrifying when that happened to me. The second factor is that you have to compare your personal experience beforehand. Again, does it meet with your goals? How has the audience reacted before? Because every audience is going to be different. You have to figure out how you fit in with the rest of the show, which is often hard. You can't really get this off of a sign-up list. You really have to, again, sit in the audience and figure out how you fit into this whole show. Now, again, the big thing is to take risks, is how you're going to set yourself up at a part, but I will go on about that later. So basically, I was sitting in the audience for the next day for the real show after I went on. And what I learned is that about half of the acts, or even more, were slow, mellow, sitting there songs. Now, again, I understand a slow song. People did it because it shows off more skill, but I chose to do a upbeat medley of all my favorite shows, and and the upbeat parts really worked with the show because people were craving that. I did kind of get lucky in the sense of that, like, I kind of knew what people were going to do, and I have that experience. Again, the best way to become better at anything is with experience and giving yourself opportunities to practice. Again, an entire other video. The key to talent is practice. Like everything else, practice, practice, practice. You have to love practicing as much or as more than you do as performing. So for singing, you have to love just singing in your bedroom alone as much as you love the thrill of the crowd. Or for YouTube, you have to love as much as brainstorming ideas, filming, taking pictures, editing, uploading, as much as you love the final product. This is like your creation. Even though it can be ugly and hard and brutal and beautiful, you have to love it all. And I think that ties into, in your heart, did you love this performance? Did you even like it? And you have to drop all your expectations when you say that, and it's really up to your personal standards and goals. Again, my goal is very different than yours. Or with YouTube, maybe you just want to focus on thumbnails. You can't see it as a whole because then it's too much. Practice is about specializing and really critiquing yourself, picking apart yourself, and learning about yourself, and self-exploration. Again, singing has just taught me so much about life. Yeah, you all need a hobby that can transform you in that way, because I have other hobbies as well, plus this, plus karate are my main ones, and you need something that really connects with you. Singing is that for me, although I love YouTube and social media. So we figured out it's bad. Now what do we do? First of all, you're probably watching this at a frantic time. Hopefully YouTube sent you to this link. Here's a virtual hug. I love you. It's gonna be okay. I just feel really bad for you. You need to take time to self-reflect, to recover. Now, after this happened, I respectfully walked off stage. Just when I am performing, I'm an introvert at nature, so I just have to be left alone. What I did, I went to the bathroom and I let my feelings out. And was I a little bit embarrassed that I was crying over a stupid little dress rehearsal? Yes, but you have to let yourself grieve. But at the same time, you need to grieve, give yourself time, and you need to move forward. You cannot have a pity party for yourself, because again, that line is a very thin line that I a lot of the time cross, and you have to realize that pity parties aren't going to make you better. They're just going to fulfill that emotional need you don't know how to fix. Again, you have to accept that, hey, I screwed up, and it's not the end of the world, no matter how important this thing was for you, whether it's your big game or that test or your performance. It's really about your growth as a person. Again, every single person's goals. I could do a whole video on goal setting, because I'm just very, not necessarily career, but like an academic goal type person. I'd love to talk about that. Reflect. Now, the most important thing to remember here is you need to hold yourself accountable. You cannot take it personally. And you screwed up. You tried your best. If you are not in this for the truest intentions of yourself and your wholeness, happiness, then you need to figure out why you're even doing this to begin with. Typically, my problems don't just come from simple errors, because at this point I can detect simple errors. Big problems or really bad performance typically comes from underlying emotions. So I want you to ask yourself this. Under my deep-seated emotions, what do I really need to change? What is the short-term strategy to the long-term problem? What are the underlying emotions? How are they affecting your work performance, and how can you curb those effects? At our high school, we have my high school, ours. Hi, welcome. At my high school, the drama club, our wonderful theater teacher has built up this drama club basically for the last 3-4 years, and before it was nothing, and she made it something. And I've been dreaming about going to drama club ever since I was in 6th grade, or really saw the vision and the dream of that. I could do a whole other video. Again, wow. Look, video ideas suddenly popping up. And what I tried to do was a dance, 10-second costume changes. And what I learned is that, like, I didn't need all that. I thought I was doing all that to ape up my game and impress everybody. But no, I think I was just afraid of letting people down and not meeting my own expectations. And now that I'm living this dream, is it really coming true? It came from a place of insecurity and self-doubt. And when I learned to quite literally take off all those costumes and just sing, which is what I love to do the most in this world, I think I really did shine, and people were impressed. And I didn't think that, because if you think they're going to be impressed, they're probably not. Life tends to hand you the least expected outcome, is what I've learned. And you have to drop expectations. That is the only way you are ever going to get through rejection. Change. The purpose of life, to grow and change. Whole other video, how 13 years old you found the purpose of life. Why am I laughing at my own jokes so much? Now I'm so happy. See, I dropped my expectations of this video, and look where this has ended up. It is never, ever too late to change. That should be the main takeaway of this video. It is never too late to change. Even if you are 5 minutes before, or you have a day before, when it seems like an impossible amount of time, you still have time. Do something. Do not just sit there and have a pity party and just say, my act is what it is. And yes, you're not going to be able to build up your act from the ground up, because what I really wanted to do at that moment, I was freaking out. I was like, you know what, let me just sing a song here. I heard this pop song, and that typically doesn't work. You have to take down a layer of bricks and figure out how you're going to build it up higher. All you have to do is transition from a pity party to starting now. I mean, right now, just seriously, Again, this will hurt my watch time, but pause this video and just start doing it. Because if you're experienced at what you do, you probably know what to do. And that's an awesome feeling to know that you are not helpless and that with life experience in hard times, you can do this. You can get through this. I have not had an easy life, but I think I'm so grateful for the experience I have because it has made me a better person. It's not related to singing. I just feel immensely grateful every day that I am prepared. I may not have this innocence, the same outlook on life. I'm so grateful that I can pretty much deal with way more than the average person can. And with rejection is a blessing. Pain, in a sense, is a blessing because we understand ourselves and we can grow and change, which is the purpose of life. Wow, I did not think this video was gonna get sentimental. Barely had to use my notes. And I'd like to end this off on this one quote that I wrote. It's a little cheesy. If you love what you do for you, success is guaranteed, often in ways you never expected. Again, I'm not promising if you want to be an actor, you're going to be this Kristen Bell, crazy successful person, but I promise you that life will give you what you need. And it doesn't feel like it, but what I've learned is that life typically comes full circle, and the only choice you have is to go with the tides. And yes, here is now my actually decent talent show video. No, I'm embarrassed you just saw that. If you're watching it, I also just watched it for the first time, and I really hope I wasn't that cringy. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I was really nervous to film this video for some apparent reason, because I didn't think I was qualified enough. Now I just let my heart talk, and it manifested into this, and now I'm just so happy. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. Even if I end up talking to nobody and I still have 7 subscribers by next year, I'm just so grateful for every single one of you rosebuds. Because you all believe in me. I'm not getting emotional. Thank you. Bye, guys.